Hey, what's up everybody? Swish here, and back out here at Tippecanoe River State Park, and I'm gonna test this little bad boy out. This is the Marbles Woodsman's Wedge. So I'm gonna test it out, see how it works for us today. So if you want to see what this thing can do, or at least what I'm gonna do with it, stick around. All right, hey guys. So what I have again is the Marbles Woodsman's Wedge. Gonna test it out today for splitting wood. It is part of the packing list for the intermediate packing list. Intermediate packing list. It's part of the packing list for the Pathfinder Intermediate Survival course as of now. So of course I went and bought it, and I couldn't wait to test it. So what you got to do, I'm gonna have a piece of wood here, kind of trim it down, get it in here. It does have a bearing block for making a bow drill, so that's pretty cool. I think it's 6,000 aluminum. I'm not too familiar with metals. I think that's what it said. It is really sturdy. You know, a lot of people said, oh, it's aluminum, aluminum is bad, I wouldn't use it. But you know what, I think this is some pretty good, it's like aluminum alloy, I think, and feels pretty good. So we're gonna test it out. So I'm gonna get this on a stick and start splitting some wood, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so finally got it on. Little trial and error for how to get it on. Basically, you just kind of find a good stick and carve it down, and it screws right on. You want to get it screwed. I think the best thing would be probably close to the top, so you like have good retention in here. So, but I finally got it, and that's about the size right from my elbow to my hand. That's just kind of the size I like. So let's see if this thing splits. Yeah, let's use something a little bit more robust. I need to go find a baton. This is a hard piece of wood, but it looks like it's starting to work. All right. Well, that must have been a really hard piece of wood, because if you can see, little bit, this is the wood I got from the campground. So a little bit there, but I was pounding it pretty hard. So but it split, you know. I think a little file that right out. You know, it is aluminum, 6,000 aluminum. You know, it's not a hatchet, so I suppose be careful what kind of wood you split with it. Make sure you know, maybe a soft wood. I don't know what kind of wood this is, because they just gave it, you know, when you go to a campground, sometimes you can only use their wood, but so far I'm pretty happy with it. It did the job, and there's a pretty nasty knot in that wood. That's, I think, why this happened. So yeah, let's do a little bit more, see how much abuse this can take. Let's try and find a good one here. So this wood is so knotty. Yeah, that's tiny. Here we go. Oh yeah. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's keep going down, see what happens. No. Pretty sweet. I like this thing, you know, despite the little issue there. And that was a decent size that I cut, so I suppose just be careful with the size, really. But it's not doing too bad. Right, so yeah, I'm get a look at the edge here after a couple of pieces. It's not focused very well, but you guys see that okay? Back off, there we go. So yeah, a little uneven here, but all in all, it did the job. It's been raining on and off, so I was thinking about doing a bow drill, but seeing how this works as a bearing block might be a little uncomfortable because this is so, you know, the edges and everything. I don't know. But, you know, it does the job. And if you guys read, I'll put the picture right up here of what it actually says on here, because I know everyone's going to say, it's not a hatchet, get yourself a hatchet. Well, this has a specific task, you know, to kind of supplement. I forget what the wording is, but you'll see it up there on the screen, what that is. But all in all, it does the job, and I like it. I think because this is a striker, you could probably use this as a hammer and hammer down stakes and stuff like that. So here comes the rain. So anyway, but yeah, I really like this, so more to come. Just a little bit more, taking smaller pieces. See how that does. See how that does. Goes through the smaller pieces a lot better. But you know, I really like this thing. It's super handy, you know. Just this piece you can have in your kit. So I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me that it takes a little bit more effort. But it's not a hatchet and it's not a big knife. So, but it's doing the job, and it's not bad. Oh yeah. Yeah, pretty good. So especially when you have the smaller pieces, a lot of these pieces right here, man, they split really well. One thing, because it is aluminum, occasionally it does like it rings, you know, and I could hear it, you know. There's like a ringing in my ear when you hit it good and hard. So I think you might want to be wise on what kind of wood you use with this. Don't go with too hard of a wood, because you might get that might happen. Watch out for knotty wood. But I really do like this. I don't like carrying a hatchet, so I am going to keep this in my kit despite this, and understanding. And honestly, I can't remember the price. It was really cheap. I'll put it up here so you guys can see the price. You know, good for the price. So if you break it, you know, you're out, what, 20-30 bucks, I think, something like that. You know, I mean, hatchets cost way more than that, good ones anyway. You know, you can just get another one. So it's just kind of a supplement, a substitute, you know, for just different things. But I like it, so I'm gonna stick with it. So if Dave Canterbury, if you ever see this video, thanks for doing this. I think it was your idea, you know, but yeah, this is a pretty cool piece, and I can't wait to use it in the course and see what it does. So yeah. I also wanted to show you guys my oilskin tarp from Bushcraft Spain. Got my hammock set up in here, and it's been raining and it's nice and dry under here, so yeah, I'm happy with this thing. This thing's pretty sweet, yeah, it is waterproof and it's shedding pretty good. So this thing's a 10 by 10 oilskin tarp. I was able to get it all the way to the ground and still have my hammock on here, so I'll be off the ground and nice and cozy. So I just want to show you guys that. Pretty sweet. So I got this up here because it's supposed to rain. I'm here for 2 days right now. It did rain, but the sun's out again. But I'm keeping this canopy up over the fire pit, so because it's supposed to start raining at 1 in the morning, rain all day tomorrow. So I just figured I'd keep it on, and I got my space blanket here for when it does get cold. Hopefully the fire will reflect a little bit of heat because the wind is coming that way, and it is a good wind blocker for when the wind does pick up. So spin you around. There's my tarp. Everything is still nice and dry. Having a good time waiting for Brandon to get here. So I'm gonna get a fire going, and yeah, he should be here in about an hour, hopefully. Trying something new. The one stick fire with some fat wood. Not sure if it'll work. We'll find out. Well, piece of drywall will work. All right, so with that space blanket blocking the wind this way, and I got the fire right there, and yeah, that thing is really reflecting the heat pretty well. So pretty proud of that. That's pretty sweet. And yeah, I'm probably just gonna keep that thing there and let it reflect all night because it's supposed to drop down to like 40, 45, I think. So we'll be nice and warm in here. Almost 1900. Dinner time. Smells good. All right, so we have instant potatoes with sausage, onions. Looks pretty good. Guess we'll find out, huh? Pour it in this plate. Ooh. A little messy. That's okay. A little salt and pepper never hurt anybody. Or has it? Alright. Kind of made just a goulash because I forgot my chicken. I was going to make chicken and dumplings and I forgot the chicken. So I had some sausage and onions, so that's what we're going to try. It's hot. I'm going to let this cool down. It's good though. I'm going to let this cool down and yeah. So see you guys later. All right. 7:42 Central Time. Say hi, Brandon.
What's up, guys?
Brandon finally showed up.
Finally made it.
Cooking his salmon he caught today, right?
Yeah.
Today. Morning. That's pretty sweet.
Heck yeah.
Not salmon, trout.
Rainbow
Jeez.
trout, yeah.
Rainbow trout. Jeez. A little bit of rain. But my bushcraft tarp is holding up. So, yep. We're having a good time. Oh. 10:47. I'm going on Eastern time because that's normally what I am on. So, still chilling. He's still hanging out.
Good times.
Yeah. Just did a night hike and wanted to also kind of point out something on the map while we were out. There was a new trail that was not on the map. So, always want to bring that up, man. When you guys are out on trails, on state parks, sometimes the maps that they give you are not never, but not dated right. There was a whole new trail that was part of what we thought we were on. And we ended up walking that, and then we had to double back the whole way just to find a way back because it was dark out. So make sure if you guys find that, tell the state park DNR, hey, your map's out of date. There was a trail there that wasn't on there. So we're going to enjoy the fire and rack out, and we'll see everybody in the morning. Peace. Good night. Well, finally in my hammock and about ready to rack out. It's almost midnight Eastern time. So, it's supposed to rain for a little bit, but I think we'll do pretty good tonight. So, see you guys in the morning. Good night. Good morning. 06:30. And I slept really well. So, time to get up, get the fire going. Hear a few raindrops. But, yeah, feeling good. Let's see what the day brings. Good morning, Brandon.
What's up? It was a good night last night.
It was.
Slept like a rock.
Yeah, me too. Slept really great. Really great. Well, we got some breakfast in us, and my phone was kind of dead, so I didn't film any of that, but just kind of breaking down a little bit. We're going to hang out for the day and do some hiking in these trails. But anyway, just wanted to go back to this Woodsman's Wedge. I really, really like it. And thanks, Dave, for putting this out there. And thanks for letting me do a review of it. One thing that I would like to see, and I would pay more money for it, is if you could do this in like a better steel. I do like the aluminum, don't get me wrong, but I would pay more money if you would do it in like a different, if you could do it in a different steel, hands down, because this thing is great. I don't like carrying a hatchet personally. Yeah, that's just my personal opinion. If anybody feels like they would pay more money for a better steel on this, I'd still buy this, don't get me wrong. And even if this gives out, it's a good price to just get another one. You're really not out that much money. So, but it split the wood really well, and I can't wait to try the bearing block on that. So I just hadn't had a chance to. But yeah, I really like it. And I also think once you get a good stick, keep it in there, unless you want to take it out and keep it in your kit and find another stick. But, you know, it's pretty good piece. So yeah, that's just my recommendation, but I do recommend getting this one too. I think it's good if you don't like carrying an axe or a hatchet and you just need something to split wood real quick. This does the job, and it does it very well. So yeah, I will also post a link to get this on Self-Reliance Outfitters. And by the way, nobody's paying me to do this. Self-Reliance Outfitters, Dave, no, they're not paying me to do it. I just wanted to do it. So just to put that out there in case anyone's wondering. So thank you guys. And in the meantime, get outside and have a great time. I'll see you guys whenever I make a next video. See ya.